I was listening to a video while I was walking. The channel is Yasharala 144. The brother sounds like he's from the UK, you know? And I mean, he sounds a little like Elder Yakanan, but I don't think he is. But I could be wrong. He could correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, the subject has to do with, you know, the latest fiasco that's going on in Israel over Deacon Akar and his woman, wife, ex-wife, whatever. And she was talking about, you know, she gave a part 4. She's doing a series on exposing Deacon Akar and doing a damn good job at it, I gotta say. But that's all according to the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And we knew from day one that guy wasn't right. You know, we've been getting on those guys. We've been getting on them for years.
Okay, so lie number 1. You guys knew from day one he was right. But when he used to call in along with Yatab, Sergeant Yatab, when they used to be calling into General Yohana show and ISUPK show and confounding them, you guys made videos praising them. So no, from day one you did not know he was off. That is a lie.
Hey, how you doing, man? We've been getting... All right, so... You know, what transpired is no news to us. We almost expected it. Anyway, she made a statement in her testimony about how she believed in the names, because she learned the names. What transpired is no news to us. We almost expected it.
Well, you should have expected it. And here's how disingenuous Elder Apostle Gabar is and Great Millstone is. Because why wouldn't you expect behavior that you taught us to do? You guys literally taught us to talk down to women, to beat and abuse women, to take women's money, to not take care of kids, to abandon women and children. This was literally prescribed by the elders of Great Millstone. We were young, impressionable in the faith, and this is what you poured into us. The very behavior you're saying you're not surprised about, that the sister is complaining about, is the very behavior that you guys encouraged us to do.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashem Rahakwadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do anyone well. Peace and blessings be unto the elect. This is Brother Dawadah from the GMS Detroit camp, coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Today, this will be another in transit. The Lord's will, this video will be edifying to the elect. Now, Lord's will, I'll be able to upload this video on my main channel. I've had a strike for the last 7 days, so I haven't posted on my backup channel until Shiloh comes 4. Alright, the number 4. Until space Shiloh space comes space the number 4. Alright. But anyways, and it's lucky for the audio too. I don't have my headphones with me at the moment. But anyways, yeah, you heard the opening clip. Here it is. The so-called guerrilla Hebrew himself has popped up. You know, popping off as always, riding the wave of controversy. You know, and he got to put his 2 cents into the situation concerning Hakan, all right, and his wife and or former wife, right? And pretty much he said that the apostles have taught, you know, basically to do the things that Hakan was doing, you know, not take care of your kids, not take care of your woman, you know, calling her out her name and doing all. Like, first off, When have you ever heard the apostles push that? Scripture says if a man cannot rule over his house, how can he rule over the house of the Most High? Roughly paraphrasing. Another scripture says a man that can't set his house in order is worse than an infidel. Roughly paraphrasing. So these are scriptures the apostles have brought up, all right, over the course of the years. All right? Brothers, have wives, children, all right? Some brothers have grandchildren, so on and so forth. Where the hell? Don't you think if this were the real case, wouldn't there be more accounts of, different women that have interacted with brothers saying that, oh my goodness, this brother did this to me, he did that to me, he didn't take care of, so on and so forth. All right? We of the household of Great Millstone, we know how to take care of a woman. Don't listen to what this individual said. And we ain't forget about that pagan situation, Ahlazar. We ain't forgot. Ain't nobody in Great Millstone teach you to be into getting pegged. All right? And buying a peg kit and all that freakism. Ain't nobody did that. Trying to get your woman to hook up with Edomite men. Setting up a dating profile, all kinds of filth came on concerning you. No apostle, no elder, no bishop, no brother has ever taught for that to ever be done. All right? Ain't nobody tell you to do that, and yet you did it, and we ain't forgot. Neither have Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushua forgot of that wickedness that you did. All right? You got some nerve trying to point the finger. The apostles have never taught us to not take care of our children. They've never pushed not to take care of your woman. All right? Never. All right? If anything, they would tell you the opposite. Even concerning the woman. All right? Especially Apostle Kabayo constantly say, look, if you got a man, you stay with that man. Constantly. Where the hell is this guy getting this madness from? But these are they which speak evil of dignitaries pursuant to the book of Jude. As is written, there be some men who have crept in unawares. Yeah, some of these guys, they done came in on the slide. They done crept in unawares. All right? Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushua ain't dealing with these said individuals. Like Ahlazar, the Lord ain't dealing with you. Because if the Lord were dealing with you, wouldn't you still be doing videos? Didn't you say that you don't want anything else to do with the Hebrew Israelite community? Didn't you say that? So why then are you doing a video on the Hebrew Israelites? Huh? Why ain't you out there on the highways and hedges? Why ain't you still teaching this word? Where are your videos? Where are your lessons at? Where are your sit-downs? Huh? I see you still got the cap on your head. Why? This guy is constantly in some type of controversy. He's at the root of all drama. If there's drama in Israel, he got to put his 2 cents into it. And he stayed with the cap on. This guy, he's full of controversy. He loves the controversy. He loves the drama. Because, and what's the proof of that? The proof of that is, honestly, you would just be teaching. The scripture says, eat this roll and go and teach the house of Israel. The Lord, they say, look, disconnect from the community because you don't like it. He told you to teach. And then moreover, he said whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Meaning whether Jake wants to listen or whether Jake don't want to listen. You're supposed to go out there and teach. You're supposed to do your videos. You're supposed to do your sit-downs. Flat out. All right? You don't get to take breaks. You don't get to disassociate from doing the work. You don't get to, well, I don't want nothing to do with doing the work of the Most High because I hate the community. You don't get no say in that. You think Ezekiel didn't? Look, Jeremiah got pissed off at the so-called Israelite community. He was pissed the hell off. He complained to the Most High saying, these niggas is trying to kill me. Yet Jeremiah still did the work. Did not Daniel get thrown in the lion's den? Did he stop believing in the Most High and doing and serving the Most High? No. All right. Hey, the Apostle Paul, he was stoned by the Hebrew Israelite community. You over here upset and butthurt because brothers was calling you out, concerning the whole peg situation. And not too long after that, you said you don't want nothing to do with the Hebrew Israelite community. Saying, brothers doing, the Israelite community doing this, they judging you for what this, that, and the third, blase, blase. Look, back then, Jake was getting stoned. The prophets were literally getting stoned. All right? And yet the Apostle Paul, he still went out there and did the work. So what is your excuse? All right? You come with all the Apostle Gabar is being disingenuous. What the hell are you talking about? You know, the apostles never, again, they never taught that you should not take care of your woman. All right? Any woman that brothers of the house of Great Millstone have, you know, those women know that, look, that Israelite man is the best that they've ever had. And that's the best that they will ever have. Flat out. That's why if and when they end up leaving, they always end up in worse situations. They can never find said match because there's nothing comparable to a sincere Hebrew Israelite. There's nothing comparable. No man's going to love them better. No man's going to take care of them better. No man is going to nurture them better than the Hebrew Israelite that's within the faith. Flat out. Point blank period. All right? Because brothers, they apply the scriptures. All right? Yes, we're tender, we're loving, we're caring, you know, but we can also be austere when need be. Which a woman will tell you that. They'll tell you, look, you need to yell at me more, or you need to tell me when I'm tripping or when I'm messing up or what have you. However they want to put it, they'll tell you that. You know. But the point that I'm making is, brothers are balanced and brothers love their women and their children and take care of them accordingly. Right? Flat out. As the apostles have said, the scripture says that we should. It says, husbands, love your wives. Is that written within the scriptures? I'm sure it is. All right? So yes, indeed, we love our wives and our women, you know, our children and whatnot. We take care of them, as is commanded within the scriptures and as is taught by the apostles. All right? So him coming at Apostle Gabar is complete and utter madness. All right? That's complete and utter madness. The main thing should be rebuking and correcting Hakam on his folly. Not trying to hop on the apostles, which you clearly have a problem with. You know? So with that, I'm going to leave it there. All praises, honors, and glories be to Yahweh. Apostles and elders, bring millstone. Peace, blessings to the elect. Shalom.